Welcome back to the channel. I'm in the greenhouse with my little corkbark elm. Today's procedure is going to be shortening this, which I've been letting run. I'm going to take it back to 2 leaves and hopefully promote back budding a little bit further back, and then it will create a little bit more foliage mass just here. I'm going to let this one carry on running like this, and hopefully in the future that will replace something a bit more undesirable around here. As far as the overall silhouette's been going, all I've been doing is, as I see it growing out of where I want the silhouette to be, I just go in and cut back to like 2 leaves and just keep doing that. And what will happen is eventually it will become finer and finer and finer. Might find that I'll probably need to start thinning some of that out as well, but the main thing is at the minute I've been getting rid of the chunky branches that are really not wanted and don't look right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to zoom in to the tree and we are going to cut that branch. I'll try my best to get the best angle that I can for this shot. It's quite difficult though, there's a lot of leaves in the way. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to go in and just cut that off like that. I'll put a little bit of cut paste on that now. So there we go. Didn't really take too much off at all. I just took this branch we talked about and just a couple of small bits of foliage there. Nothing mad. Like I said, at this I'm definitely going to let run now and let that thicken up. And there's a load of buds in there that I can pick from as well. So I've just noticed that. All I need to do now is replenish the fertilizer, the slow release fertilizer that is, and then I'll give it as liquid fertilizer as normal on Thursday, and just keep continuing that process of keep fertilising, cutting back, fertilising, cutting back. And yeah, I'm really chuffed with how this is turning out. In the very beginning I was very keen to take on big trees and grow everything big, but I think I'm growing more and more appreciation for sort of shohin sized trees. They look a lot more impressive, I think, when they are smaller, and you can make them look like they're big mighty trees. People wanted to see this tree as it progressed and as the summer came, so I thought I'd bring this video out this week because I think it's looking rather stunning at the moment. And it's nowhere near where I want it to be either at the minute, but yeah, I'm really happy with the progression so far. I think the future is very exciting with this tree, and I definitely think that I will be very keen to show it at some point as well. You never know, maybe even next year, once it's in its proper pot, possibly might be able to start showing it a little bit more. I mean, although I've already shown it at club, I was a little bit, I don't know, not embarrassed, but I didn't like the fact it was in a training pot and I was already showing it. But you know, people didn't seem to mind because they could appreciate the tree. But for me, I think if you're showing, it needs to have the whole package really. You can't just be putting a tree there in a training pot. Just doesn't look right. Honestly think that this variety of elm is by far one of the best that I've ever kept. It's just something about the bark and the way that it looks. Yeah, it's a really nice tree. So the fertilizer at the minute, I'm using BioGold Naruko, and I have 4 baskets on there, and then once a week it will get a liquid feed, and the growth has been quite vigorous. So I'm obviously doing something right. All my trees are looking pretty healthy at the minute. So I don't know if you remember on the first video that I ever done of this, might have been the second, but anyway, there was quite a lot of conversation about the soil that it's in, and touch wood, I've managed to keep on top of not overwatering it, but I'm definitely eager to get it potted up in spring, for the simple fact that I don't like that soil that it's in. It's horrible for this country. You know, obviously it works in Japan, but over here it's a bit of a juggle. I think in the winter is probably going to be a bit of a pain, but I'm lucky I've got a greenhouse they're all in really. I can control the moisture a little bit better, I suppose. But yeah, it just stays wet for so long. It's, you know, I don't water this for days really, and then I'll go in and give it a good watering, and then that'll be it again for another sort of at least 3-4 days, which is like, well, it's unheard of in this type of weather at the minute. So thanks for taking time out and watching this short little video. Hope you liked it. If you did like it, could you hit the like button for me? And if you haven't subscribed already, if you could subscribe, that would be awesome. Finally hit my 500 mark, so thank you everyone for that. I've got plenty more videos coming out. I have got this garden tour coming up with one of my club members, but yeah, I know he's having a bit of a headache at the minute trying to put a greenhouse together. So once that's all sorted, then we'll be over there, and we'll go back into kind of that type of style of me filming. I know you all like that. I love doing that, but you know, I'm gonna have to try and figure out a way of finding other people to fill the gap meanwhile. I sort of had it all lined up that I was going to do week by week certain people, and now it hasn't really worked out like that. Hope you all enjoy the rest of your day, and take care. We'll see you soon.